Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey.
Why this beat so crazy?
We will make America proud again. And you try to kill our citizens. We will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Lindsay, the House Sergeant at Arms office says it's not aware of any further threat against staff or members of the legislature. As for the arrest we are learning more about tonight, sources say a text message mentioned shooting people in the face at the state capitol. So far tonight, though, no formal charges have been filed. According to the Carver County Jail roster, Jonathan Bone of Woodbury was arrested and booked Wednesday on suspicion of threats of violence. Bone is a lobbyist. He's listed as the public affairs director of the Interfaculty Organization, which represents faculty at the 7 state universities. Here's what led to the arrest. According to the House GOP, Representative Jim Nash told the House Sergeant at Arms and the Carver County Sheriff's Office about a threatening text message that a constituent received. They say it wasn't aimed at anyone particular, but we now know it mentioned shooting people in the face at the Capitol. This happened 5 days after the shootings of 2 Minnesota lawmakers and their spouses.
But I think as a whole, as a society, we can all do better.
We spoke to Mike Olson, who now runs a private security firm after being with the Secret Service for more than 20 years. He says political threats are up and everyone can help make a difference.
These days, it's never more true. I mean, people can't be afraid to pick up the phone and report things. You don't have to be right. That's somebody else's job to determine if there's a valid threat or whatnot. But you can't question when that hair on the back of your neck goes up to not want to pick up the phone and report it to somebody.
Minnesota Campaign Finance Board records show that Bone has made multiple contributions to DFL candidates starting back since 2009. Tonight, the DFL sent us a statement writing, "Violent threats have no place in our politics, and we condemn them unequivocally, no matter who makes them or whom they're directed toward." Live in St. Paul, Ben Henry.
What the hell? Somebody, please help me understand. What the hell is going on in Minnesota? What? They say, Rick, you look terrible, sir. Look, y'all don't come over here starting that, family. I know, I've been going through it, okay? I've been going through it. You know, a lot is happening right now in my life. I'm being very transparent with y'all. You know, Poe fell over here. You know, I'm running over here. You know, being a homeowner at 25, I see why them patriots and people go to they do different things. They say, Rick, it's not that bad, sir. You know, I got to run to Home Depot. I got to go over here. I got to go to the DMV. They wanted me to change it. I got to get some Homestead. I got to change it. I got to call the people to bring the trash. The house don't come with the trash can. I got to call this person. I got to transfer this over to my name. Oh man! Then I walk in we got a dog room for the puppies, the kiddos, the new puppies we got. You know, and they just argue, bark, and doodle and piss on the pad, jump up and down like sweet innocent boys when you turn the corner. And then they go right back to arguing, doodling, and ooh, it's like having 2 kids. And they have IQs of stop signs. My barber is 1 hour away. You know, my childhood home is 1 hour and 20 minutes away, y'all. You know, and I just came from there earlier today, you know, and I just thought about the good times, you know. Rest in peace to Rick Sr. Rest in peace to Daddy, man. He was a great father. Y'all keep being amazing fathers and parents and leaders and mentors like I tell y'all, man. You know, we all live in this very, very fast time travel. And all we can do is continue to keep living, stay positive, you know, and spread love to one another, man. I love you guys, man. I wouldn't be here without y'all. So let me stop complaining, man. You know, a lot is going on right now. When my president dropped him, and ain't nobody knew. He dropped it and ain't nobody knew. They didn't know what was going on until we seen a tweet at 10 o'clock at night. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Man, and I did not know like the B2 bomb them things was like, I didn't know they were like that. I think there was only 21 made and they cost over $1 billion. I'm doing more research on it. I knew our military was like that, but I didn't know it was going on like that. Yay! But let me stop all that. We are praying for peace. We are praying for President Trump. We are praying for America, man. And ever since Trump has got back in office, people have lost their mind. Some of the biggest scandals are coming out. Things are being exposed. A lot of corruption, more violence, hatred, attacks with Democrats. Like, what the hell is going on in Minnesota, man? This is crazy. A Democrat just got arrested. You know, a Minnesota lobbyist. What is going on down in Minnesota? You know, political assassinations. We just lost 2. Rest in peace to the Hormans. I send my prayers, love, and condolences. They ought to walk this scum out in handcuffs. He needs to be walked out in handcuffs with his hands behind his back. Tampon Tim, the governor. Stolen Valor Tim. He down there laughing in China, drinking sweet tea. He was this close. He was on the ballot. He was this close, y'all, from being in there. That's what really blows my mind. And now the killer assassin then sent the letter to the FBI saying Tim Walz wanted the senator to be dead. He wanted this other Democrat to be dead. This is crazy, man. Put this fella in handcuffs. I need some kind of investigation, interrogation, something. I'm for real, man. It says this is very bizarre. Suspected assassin of Minnesota Rep. Tim Walz asked him to kill lawmakers. The Democrat lobbyist who was arrested for violent threats against lawmakers in Minnesota promoted Tim Walz's campaign. Tim Walz slipped that his friends with shooters. What is going on with Tampon Tim? Dude has so many red flags. Thank God he isn't in the White House right now.
Yeah, I sat in that office with those Sandy Hook parents. I've become friends with school shooters. I've seen.
He down there with the communists. Somebody please explain me what's going on. Please, y'all. You know, my president dropped it and ain't nobody knew. Ain't nobody knew what was going on until he tweeted what was going on. We control the skies now. Yeah, we send them over there. We tear down the whole country. Yay! Let me stop saying that stuff though. Let me stop saying we are praying for peace, y'all. We are praying for peace. Let me stop acting a fool. They say, Rick, please don't come on here acting a fool. Don't come on here laughing. Ain't nothing funny right now. We are praying for our troops. We are praying for America, man. We're praying for the America First agenda, the common sense agenda. We are rooting for President Trump. The trust in President Trump is trending right now worldwide. To trust in President Trump. I know people are high in emotions right now, so I'm gonna come on here and just try to bring up your spirits and give you a good laugh. You know, there's always something to have fun about because politics is a dirty game, man. And like I say, ever since President Trump has got back in office, it's just getting darker and darker and darker with Democrats and things that Democrats are doing and all the violence, the protest, people waving a flag at a protest. And then what kills me is just they're burning the American. I've never seen anything like it. When the man ran, everything he's done, he done said it millions of times. The man took a bullet for saying he was going to do this. He pulled up the chart and took a bullet for the country. Took a bullet right in front of, and CNN, everybody was there airing it that day. Everybody was there. You seen it. The man told you about the nuclear weapon. The man told you about this and that. So, you know, I see some people, a lot of people sticking behind President Trump. And there's a couple people that are turning their back on him or criticizing him on this and that. Or people saying I'm very disappointed. Well, hey. You know. But it's just getting crazy right now in Minnesota. And again, I want to send my prayers, love, and condolences out. But, you know, registered Minnesota lobbyist, Democrat donor Jonathan Bone arrested for alleged text threatening violence at the state capitol. And we just showed y'all in the clip. I'm gonna play another clip as well before this video ends. But this is just crazy. You know, some of the messages even say, today I bought 500 bullets. I can't wait to shoot one of you mother in the face. Excited to have my gun at the Capitol and blow somebody's face off. What? These Democrats, and I told y'all, a party of violence, hatred, deranged lunatics, no common sense, too far left, too woke. You know, they can't tell you what a woman is, can't tell you what a man is. Women don't have mushroom tips. I'm just saying, I don't want to offend nobody. And you do what you want, have fun. You can swing whatever way you want to swing. But they done bought this into the school system on the kids. You got to see parents and children and school teams, middle school, elementary, you know, high school teams speak up at the board meetings about the young man beating all the girls in the soccer game, basketball game, a softball game. Unbelievable. Men and women's sports. What times are we living in? Democrats? And then all this violence. People are dying, man. This is sad. And it's coming from the Democrats. I want to send my prayers, love, and condolences out. We also have another story to pick up on tonight at the church. There's an attack on Christianity. A whole church. Oh man, so we're gonna get into some more details about that in our next video. It's a lot going on, man. I am strung out, you know. But I just got back in town, coming back from my childhood home and seeing all this breaking news and seeing what you guys have been sending me all day long. And it's just a lot of stuff that I'm covering. So thank y'all for all the love and support, the kind donations, people reaching out to me, emailing me. The DMs are flooded. I want to thank every last one of y'all. I love y'all, man. Again, I'm very transparent. Your boy ain't had a haircut in about 3-4 weeks. You know, my beard is now finally growing back in. I might grow it back out full, you know, and then I might cut it again. Look like a little 16-year-old little boy, you know. But 25 years of age, man, and I'm just trying to be a blessing and trying to, you know, live my life, man, you know, in the right way. In the right way. You know, I'm no better than anybody. I'm no better than you. You know, we all got to get up and, you know, hopefully the AC's still on and hopefully that truck crank up, you know. If not, we're going to find a way. We're going to get that battery tender. You know, we're going to throw them, we're going to change out them spark plugs or something. You know, we're going to throw it in neutral and give it a push start or something, roll it down the street. It's going to crank eventually, some way, somehow. You know, maybe it just need a little new alternator. Maybe the battery was dead. We're going to put some juice on it and we're going to keep riding. You know, windshield crack, I don't care. We're going to keep riding. We can see through the windshield, when windshield cracked and all. Yeah. You feel me? That's how we live, man. You know, that's how I was raised. You know, right from wrong, we got hit upside the head, family. I'm telling you, we got hit upside the head with all the nonsense. There wasn't no nonsense. Our parents wasn't raising thugs. We got hit upside the head, you know. Good times. I miss the good times, man. But what the hell is going on in Tim Walz's state, they say? The Democrats' violence is a massive problem right now, you know, and they ought to walk this clown out in handcuffs with his hands behind his back. I'm a knucklehead at times. I'm a knucklehead. Let me pull. I'm a knucklehead at times. Let me pull that up. Nobody care how you can change your truck air filter. I know a lot of them patriots that know how to take a whole transmission out their truck and put a new and fix that transmission, or you know, and make it brand new again. I know patriots that can take a whole engine out their truck or car and make it brand new again. Nobody cares if you can change the air filter on your trucks or do your oil change. I'm telling you, them Patriots are way past that. Oh, I'm gonna appeal to the white men vote. I'm gonna get the white people back. What they say this campaign? Then they sent out Obama in a Superman cape. Oh, Barry, he gonna get the black vote. The black vote. Then they got people twerking at the rally. Celebrities. People are paid actors. The Democrats are done. The biggest scandal in American history. They walking around a zombie. You did such a great job, sir. You answered every last question. Throw her butt in jail. That heifer should have been in jail. Then you got Democrats hollering and screaming. The president, he did this, he did that. This one lady said that they did this at a store. She don't know the date, the time, They said he committed a crime. Still to this day, can't nobody tell me what crime he committed. Ooh, I tell you, American politics has just been a reality TV show. And look at this clown here. And watch his whole state burn down to the ground.
Who I am. They saw where I was at. Look, I will be the first to tell you, I have poured my heart into my community. I've tried to do the best I can, but I've not been perfect. And I'm a knucklehead at times, but it's all.
I'm a knucklehead at times. That's the first thing they always say. My community, the children, like the scam governor in California. They all sound the same. Democrats run off the same script, the same talking points, the same sound bites. They're all a disgrace. Same down there in Congress, down there in Washington. People laughing to the bank. People ought to be thrown against the wall on the floor with their hands behind their back. There ought to be more. It should be more investigations, more audits, more interrogations. Especially this clown here. They got a whole letter of somebody saying that he wanted another senator dead. All I can do is come on here and talk about it, and we all have a healthy conversation in the comments, and we all just keep it real with each other. Let me know how y'all feel about everything, man. Hey, y'all, them dogs, the fellers, I call them fellers. I like calling them fellers. I don't even call them by their name too much now. I need to start doing that because they say that's a bad habit. I like calling them fellers. But the fellers are just keeping up a lot of noise. Yeah, hopefully the mic don't pick it up. This mic is pretty good, but hopefully it don't pick it up. They in there screaming and hollering, But they good sweet boys, though. As soon as you turn the corner, it's like beautiful angels, It's like having two kids. Why ain't nobody tell me having puppies is like having kids? Last time we had a puppy, I was 9 years old, but I was 8 years old, and I really didn't understand what the hell was going on. My dog, our childhood dog, had puppies with our new dog, and then we had to get rid of it because it wasn't the perfect fit, and she was causing a lot of problems in the household. And then we sold the puppies to people, and then we kept our dog until it eventually died. It was like 20 years old. It was a Bichon, man. Rest in peace to Mac. That was a great dog. I miss that dog, man. That was my childhood dog right there. Good time. But anyways, y'all, I'm over here going through it. I need to freshen up. I need to get a haircut. I need to fix myself. I know I look terrible. I'm over here struggling, reporting on all this crazy news. My president drops a bomb, ain't tell nobody until 10 o'clock at night. We seen the tweet. God dog right, America. We control the skies now. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Can't nobody indicate. They didn't know what was going on. All it was is boom, 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 boom. Now I don't know how it went, y'all. Let me stop talking because I don't know how it went. But all I know, man, is our military is like that, man. But we do not want no war. We do not want no American boots on the ground. We want peace through strength. We are praying for America right now with everything that is going on. We are praying for President Trump. And Trump is putting his foot down. As you can see, he's, people are standing behind President Trump, and we must trust President Trump and see how this all play out, But we are praying that it goes the way it's supposed to go, and that there is peace, and that people are held accountable and walked out in handcuffs. especially this scum here, especially these Democrats here, man. You know, and down there in Minnesota, I hope everything comes out. I pray everything comes out down there in Minnesota and people are held accountable. Rest in peace to the Hortmans. But just want to tell you guys I love y'all. We're going to play one more clip before we get out of here. So we'll play this. Y'all have an amazing rest of y'all weekend. Have a great night. We got one more thing we're going to get into of what happened at the church in our next video. So come by and check it out. And check this out.
Left the Hortmans' home, telling her to get their belongings and go to a family member's house because people were coming with guns. A Minnesota lobbyist is now charged with felony threats of violence, accused of sending threatening text messages about violence at the state capitol. 41-year-old Jonathan Bone of Woodbury faced a judge in tears yesterday. According to the complaint, someone in Waconia called police on Wednesday, claiming Bone sent him messages saying he wanted to shoot someone in the face. Another reading, excited to have my gun at the Capitol and blow somebody's face off. Bone's attorney says he was having a political disagreement with an acquaintance, acknowledging the comments were inappropriate, but not spoken with any actual intent.
He was afraid he was going to have to bring his gun to the Capitol to defend against attacks to him and his friends. And he said, if anyone comes, absolutely. But it was said imprudently. It was sent in a manner that was taken out of context in the complaint.
Bone is being held in the Carver County Jail on $1 million bond. If he posts bail, he has to stay away from the Capitol and the person he was messaging.